Hey, Francine, I'm really sorry. I hate to go on a business trip so soon after the wedding. The first day finally ended. Man, that was a long one.
Hey, honey, it's okay. I admire how hard you work. Work is work. It can't be helped, right? I'll be going to South Korea on business with work myself soon, so it's not like I can say anything.
Sorry to leave you all alone with my mom all of a sudden like this. It's not awkward, is it? Is she doing anything weird?
Why are you apologizing, LOL? Everything's fine, really. Your mom's really kind.
It is? Okay, I'm happy to hear it. What did you do today?
Well, I had to meet someone for work. Then your mom asked me to make a dog kennel. So I went and bought a load of wood planks and building materials at Home Center.
What, a dog kennel? Is my mom planning on getting a dog?
To be honest, I don't really know. I did ask her if she was going to buy a dog, but she just told me it's a secret and got all evasive. Your mom can be surprisingly playful sometimes, LOL.
That's weird. Did my mom like dogs? I don't remember ever seeing her with one. But I do remember one time when I was a kid, I brought a little stray puppy home and she absolutely flipped out at me. She wouldn't let me keep it.
Maybe she's a little lonely now, what with your dad not being around and all.
I wonder, could it be that? I am pleased, though. I've always wanted a dog.
I'm pleased, too. It's nice to be able to help your mom out with things. DIY always was my forte. Just you wait, I'm gonna make the best dog kennel there ever was.
I can't wait to see it. Good luck. I have one more thing to look forward to when I get back now.
Don't worry, if she gets the dog before you get home from your trip, I'll send you tons of photos.
Please do. I'm really curious to see what kind of dog she gets. I'm heading for lunch with some coworkers now, so catch you later.
Okay, honey. I'm gonna jump in the tub, then get ready for bed. Nighty night. Linus, are you working right now? Please, will you reply when you get this? And please, I really need you to come home ASAP.
Francine, I'm really sorry. I just saw your messages. I was in a 3-hour business meeting. What happened? Are you okay?
Linus, your mom locked me out of the house.
Huh? My mom did that? She locked you out of the house? But why?
I have no idea why, but I suddenly started feeling sleepy while I was having a coffee with her. I don't remember anything else until... When I came around, I was outside. She came by with a gang of the neighbors to laugh at me just now. She said she has to instill some discipline in me because I'm a useless wife.
Discipline? What does that even mean? Where are you right now?
I'm in a kennel on a leash.
What the fuck? Sorry, but I'm not sure I understand. You're in a... what? Is my phone bugging out?
I don't understand either, Linus. I don't understand at all. If I talk on the phone, your mom might hear and come back out.
Do you mean you're on a leash? Like it's around your neck? Inside a dog kennel?
Yes. Well, to be specific, I'm just outside the kennel. Why is this happening? I'm so confused. If I had to guess based on how things went down, I'd say she most likely carried me out here and attached it while I was asleep. Luckily, I had my phone in my pocket so I could still contact you. But wait, that's not even the worst bit. She brought me out a bowl of dog food for supper after her and the neighbors got done laughing at me. This whole situation is so disgusting. I wouldn't mind so much if people couldn't see me, but this is just too much.
You wouldn't mind? No, this is unacceptable! You're in a kennel on a leash, Francine!
Does your mom think I'm a dog?
Why the hell would she think that? Just to make sure, when you say you're in a kennel on a leash, does that mean you're stuck and you can't escape?
Yeah, she locked the leash to the kennel with a padlock. But don't worry, I messaged one of my friends and they're gonna sneak into the yard real soon. The bit around my neck is made of leather, so she's bringing some scissors to cut it off with.
I see. Sorry, babe, I'm really panicking here. I'm coming home as quickly as I can.
I'm so sorry to mess up your business trip, Linus. Thank you.
I'm the one who should be saying sorry. I really mean it, Francine. This would never have happened if I didn't suggest you live with my mom while I was away. I'll do anything. Please forgive me.
I mean, I only have myself to blame. You made it very clear your mom subjected your past girlfriends to all kinds of crazy harassment. You told me that, and I ignored your warnings. If I just accepted what you told me, this would have never happened. So it's me who should be apologizing. I stubbornly agreed to live with her in spite of knowing her past. Felt super bad for her after losing your dad. I just thought it would be nice for her to have some company.
It's okay, babe. Just leave the rest to me now, okay? If my mom comes back outside before your friend gets there to rescue you, just play dumb.
Got it. I never would have imagined something like this would have happened in a million years. In a certain sense, it's a valuable experience.
All I can do is apologize. I'm so sorry for all this.
Hang on, I should take a selfie. I probably won't get another chance like this.
Huh? Well, I guess that's true.
Done it. I'll show you when you get back. Be careful. Fly safe.
Linus, this is bad. Francine disappeared. Linus, are you there? I can see you read my messages. Reply.
What?
Not what? Is that any way to talk to your mother? Francine's gone. When I woke up this morning, she was nowhere to be found.
Mom, what the hell did you do?
What did I do? I didn't do anything. If I had to guess what you were talking about, maybe I did play a little joke on her that could be interpreted as having been a tiny bit mean.
A tiny bit mean?
Hear me out. Have you noticed how that girl's always smiling to herself absent-mindedly? Or how she sits like a sloth watching TV when there's very clearly housework to be done? Well, that's just not good enough for the wife of any son of mine. Which is why I decided to instill some discipline into her. You should have seen her. She was really quite the sight. Me and the neighbors were in stitches. My stomach still hurts. I wanted to show you too, Linus. It's a shame you were away on business. Oh, you heard, did you? Well, that's just great. Wait, what? How the devil was she able to get in touch with you?
She has a phone, you know. All she had to do was message me. More importantly, I need you to tell me why the hell you would do something like that. Do you know how upset she is? Seriously, Mom, stop screwing around. This is no joke.
Like I told you, that girl needs to learn some discipline.
Why do you constantly interfere in my life like this, Mom? All the way back to when I was a kid, to my very first girlfriend. Remember the time you gave her a box of bugs for her birthday? Do ya? Because I do. Then there was the time when my girlfriend from college came over and you did nothing but mock her relentlessly because she grew up without a dad. In spite of all that, Francine was still kind enough to give living with you a shot because she wanted to keep you company. She was being kind to you, and this is how you repay her? And you know what? She did that in spite of my warnings. I told her living with you was a bad idea, and she ignored me because she didn't want you to be lonely. You trample on the good of others without even a hint of shame or remorse. Why are you like this?
Linus! I see Francine's got you wrapped around her little finger. She's poisoned you and turned you against me, has she?
Poison? She's done nothing of the sort. In fact, she probably has more patience for you than I do. Or at least she did. The only one who's poisoned here is you!
I had no choice! That girl is so slovenly that someone just had to teach her some manners. It was for her own good. First of all, what the hell is this job she does? Stylist? Pfft, I've never heard something so ridiculous. Can you think of anything more useless? A job for degenerates and delinquents if I've ever heard one. A woman's place is in the house. What good is she as a wife if she doesn't devote herself entirely to you and the housework?
I already told you she's in the process of quitting at the salon so she can spend more time at home. Do you ever listen to me?
And that's not the only thing. There's a good, legitimate reason for me deciding to discipline her.
What's that? Do tell me, this should be good.
Believe me, Linus, I know something that's going to shock you. A sordid secret of the most outrageous kind.
Francine has a secret?
I really didn't want to have to tell you this, but your wife is cheating on you.
Like hell she is. Francine's the last person in the world who would do something like that.
It's the God's honest truth. I've spoken to all of the neighbors at length about this, and we're all in agreement. There's no doubt about it. She's two-timing you, son. How are we so sure, you ask? Well, sometimes when you're out at work, she leaves the house for long periods of time with all these bags. On top of that, there's this guy who pulls up down the street. She gets in, and they drive off together. Plain as day for all to see. Then later on, he drops her off again. All of the neighbors have seen them. Brenda, Mavis, Dorothy. They all know. Everyone knows what your wife's up to except you, Linus.
So what? What does any of this prove?
I was so perplexed about what might be in the bag she's taking with her that I snuck in a look while she went to the bathroom one time. Because my instincts are as sharp as they come, and I just knew there'd be some kind of proof in there. And lo and behold, when I did, they were full of PVC leather clothes. There were more belts than I could even count. In short, they were full of things that normal, right-minded people would have absolutely no use for, and really probably be disgusted by. I was so shocked, I almost fainted to think I'd been living under the same roof as a woman with such tastes. She puts on those clothes and uses those awful tools on her lover while you're away at work. I'm sure of it.
I see.
I'm just trying to save you from her wicked clutches, Linus. Can't you see? Everything I do is for you, son. Always. Which is why I'm certain the reason she disappeared today while you were away on business is so she and her pervert lover could run away and be together for good.
Because this guy you're so convinced is her pervert lover is the idol you're obsessed with.
I'm sorry? Excuse me?
The guy you and all the other old women from the neighborhood have been completely obsessed with lately. The guy she goes out with is Jay Woo, the K-pop idol. You know, the one who makes cameos in all your favorite dramas. Francine used to be a stylist.
What? What? Francine was Jay Woo's stylist?
That's right. He's been touring the US for a while now, right? Well, he hired Francine when he first came over because of her extensive experience in the industry, and she managed him for years. Even despite her having mostly retired now to be a stay-at-home housewife, he still offers her work every now and then. And the pay is so good, she'd be stupid to say no.
Are you saying your wife is meeting up with the Jay Woo?
Yes, that's what I'm saying, because it's her job.
Can I meet him too?
I knew that was coming. This is exactly why we didn't tell you. Because it's you, I knew that not only would you pester her to meet him, but you'd also go bragging about it to the neighbors. And bugging Francine about meets, pictures, autographs. I knew we'd never hear the end of it. So I decided it was best we didn't tell you. The clothing and belts you found while you were snooping through my wife's things were costumes for the music video to his latest song, You're the Apple to My Pie.
Oh my god, what? His latest song? This can't be! You're lying! You're lying! You're lying! You're lying! Jay Woo's gonna wear that?
Which is why Francine is doing nothing wrong and has absolutely nothing to feel guilty about. This is her job, and I respect her for how hard she works. So I suggest you drop this absurd, hurtful misunderstanding and correct the neighbors about the lies you've told them while you're at it.
Fine, leave it to me. But still, you can't blame me for asking. If Francine and Jay Woo are so close, then wouldn't it be unreasonable to think she could pull some strings and arrange for me to get a ticket to his next concert, right?
I'm sure she could, if she wanted to. He goes out of his way to hire her despite the fact she's a full-time housewife now after all. It's pretty clear how much he trusts her.
I think I owe Francine an apology.
Yes, clearly you do. But now that I think about it, I doubt you'll ever get the chance. She has no intention of going back to your house after this.
Excuse me?
What do you mean, excuse me? Can you actually say you're surprised? Who in their right mind would want to go back to a house where all the neighbors saw them kenneled up like a dog and think they're cheating on their husband? Let's say, just for argument's sake, that she did want to go back. It still wouldn't be happening, because I won't allow it. You'll never see her again.
Come on, Linus! This all came about through some silly misunderstanding. Can't we just let bygones be bygones?
You think you get a get-out-of-jail-free card because you made a misunderstanding? You think you get to do whatever the hell you want because you made a misunderstanding? You have so little concept of right and wrong that you're actually dangerous. I'm ashamed to say I'm your son.
Come on, Linus, don't be so stubborn! I'm sorry for everything I did, really, I am. I'll do anything. Would you have me on my knees begging for forgiveness? Please, just bring Francine along and let's all live together happily again. I'll devote myself to mending fences with her. I'll make up for everything. A few months from now, we'll all have forgotten about this, and me and her will be best friends.
You think my wife would be best friends with someone who leashed her up in a kennel and fed her dog food? You're only saying this because you want to use her to get to Jae-woo. I can read you like a book. You're so transparent it's actually creepy. Oh yeah, I'm selling the house too.
What on earth are you thinking?
I'm pretty sure I should be the one asking you that.
This is too sudden. It's not fair of you to spring this on me now.
I decided yesterday, so I guess you could say it was pretty sudden.
Please, wait! Think this through! I'll have nowhere to live if you sell the house. Would you have me out on the streets? Your own mother?
What are you talking about? Don't you have a new house?
Huh?
Don't worry, I'm not taking that. It's all yours. The kennel.
My mother-in-law immediately sent me a groveling apology message. If I'd have known it would come to this, I might have told her about the situation with Jae-woo from an earlier stage to avoid the hassle. But I know that if I did, the pestering for meets, autographs, pictures, and concert invites would have been endless. Just as we expected, after all this went down, she immediately went around the neighborhood bragging that her daughter-in-law was Jae-woo's stylist. However, all the old women from the neighborhood she'd been gossiping to apologized to me with their heads hung in shame, which made me think they possessed a little more decency than my mother-in-law. But I quickly realized I was wrong when they immediately started begging me for tickets to Jae-woo's concerts the moment they thought they were forgiven. I was deeply disappointed when I was forced to accept that they were all, my mother-in-law included, beyond saving. That said, I did make it clear that my mother-in-law had been lying to them all about me. I heard that she got treated like a pariah ever since, and now she's all alone with no one to badmouth others or gossip with. How tragic. After that, I hired a moving company to take all my belongings from the house. Linus was there to watch over things and make sure his mom didn't make any desperate last-ditch attempts at revenge. But far from it. Actually, all she did was curl up in the fetal position in the corner, crying her eyes out. Naturally, we told the moving company to see to it that all her belongings were left in front of the dog kennel in the yard. In the end, our attempt at living together ended in failure. But even so, I'm super happy we were able to give her the kennel as one final goodbye present. By the way, I still have the selfie I took of myself in the leash on my phone. The whole story was so ridiculous it even makes me laugh now, years on. Now that it's all behind us, in a weird way, I'm actually pleased it happened. It's a great memory in all sorts of ways.